There are no feral cats, just cats we have not distributed to new homes yet. Oh, I wish this were true, right? So this is a response to my video where I talked about how we should consider culling feral cats. After all, other countries do it with great success, and feral cats are tied with habitat destruction for the #1 cause of songbird decline in the Americas. And I got an awful lot of people in my comments, especially on YouTube, who were like, oh, we just need to find homes for these 60, 80, 100 million feral cats. And gosh, I hate to say it, but that's engaging in magical thinking. It's actually a lot easier to rehab and rehome feral dogs than it is feral cats. Feral cats are feral. They've often spent generations reproducing in the wild. They're not habituated to humans. They're definitely not habituated to being kept indoors. And before people come at me with anecdotal examples of like, oh, my cat was some kind of feral cat that I adopted and took in, that's awesome. But we're talking about data and not about people's anecdotal experiences. And it's interesting to me looking at other invasive species, particularly feral invasive species, we don't adopt this same position. Pythons are being eradicated in the Everglades. Feral hogs, we're not rehoming feral hogs. And likewise, I had so many people in my comments that I actually had to put a pinned comment at the top of my YouTube video that was like, please refrain from commenting about TNR until you watch the whole video. TNR is trap, neuter, return, or trap, neuter, release, the practice of capturing feral male cats, neutering them, and then returning them to their habitat. And I explained in detail, citing study after study after study, showing that that is not actually effective at reducing the feral cat population, which continues to increase steadily. Not only is TNR not effective, but just like rehoming other feral species, we don't do TNR for any other species other than cats, because it's not an effective wildlife management strategy. It's centered around our feelings and how we don't want to feel distress around having to cull cats. Feral cats are a problem we created. We have an obligation to deal with it. I don't see anybody saying we should TNR feral hogs, for example. And in that video, I also talked about the very low quality of life and very short life expectancy of feral cats. It is a brutal, short life full of suffering and disease, which is why I said in that video that I think for those of us who have and do raise livestock, we understand that it is the more humane choice to cull feral cats, as well as being the more effective choice in terms of conservation management, in terms of protecting our vulnerable songbird populations and also amphibians and other small mammals, etc. Those of us who raise livestock understand there are times you have to set your feelings aside and do what is right. You have to set your distress aside. It's not about your comfort. The welfare of the animals comes first. The well-being of the ecosystem comes first.